Hey y'all, so today I have another 12 by 12 layout, and this is going to be very different than the layouts I've done the past couple times. And I really do like to change it up and just try to, I guess, expand my skill in scrapbooking. And so it sounds silly kind of when I said that, but and so that's the reason why a lot of times I'll switch. I don't have one style. I know you guys have probably noticed that for those of you who do watch. I'm just inking the edges. This is a set, this paper set is Studio Calico Heyday, and I got it at Marshall's the other day for super cheap. If you watched my haul video, I got it for like $5.99, I think. And I have no plan. I'm just inking the edges with, it's not distress ink because I didn't have any like black or I don't have black soot, which I need to get that. So I ended up using just some archival ink, and if you do it very carefully, it turns out just fine. So I ended up inking all those edges, and I don't have a plan for this layout, which is very scary just because I normally do. I really try to have some stuff set out, and here I just set some papers out and hoped that they would all go together and hoped that it would work out in the end. I chose this paper set because I guess you could use it for anything, but I really felt like those balloons made me think of like childhood or baby or something, so I decided to choose pictures of me and my dad, and then my sister's in the other one as well. And I'll kind of talk about what the layout's about when I put the title and I write my journaling. But right now I'm just matting the photos, and the first paper, I believe it is, I think that the one that I'm matting down, the gray one, I believe that's Maggie Holmes, and the other one, I want to say it's Studio Calico, but I'll double check on that. I forgot to ink the edges, so I'm going back to ink those up. And that's a mistake. Those are common mistakes that I make. I mean, all the time, where I just am not thinking things through and I get really impatient, so I'll go ahead and adhere things down, and then I forget to do something, so I have to go back. So here's where I'm going to write my journaling, and what I've done is I've just taken a shipping tag and I went ahead and inked that as well as the journaling card, and then I found like a little pink envelope that I'm going to use to stick my tag in. And the tag, like, you can pull it out if you want and write something more. I'm saying, like, if you want, like, you guys are going to come right on my page. But no, if I wanted to, I guess I could pull the tag out and write more on there, but I don't in this layout. I could always go back, and if I think of something funny, go back in and write it, and it's a kind of a fun little surprise. But I found some vellum and I cut it into a banner shape. And this wood stamp with it's like a dollar stamp from Michaels. I've been wanting to use it, and I'm using Stays On ink so that's the best ink to use for vellum. And I do end up using it, and I'll go ahead and dry that with my heat gun, and I'll adhere that down. It's hard to see the vellum, but with the A on it, I think it really does show, and then obviously with the inked edges. And I've come back from sewing all the seams. I really wanted to add a little something to it, so I went to my sewing machine, and I'm sorry I've mentioned this before, but I don't show my sewing because it's a huge sewing machine, and it's on a completely different table from where I scrap, so I have to move over. I'm using thickers. They're American Craft thickers, and they're called Flaky. And I did want to mention that I did sew the vellum down as well. I kind of wish I wouldn't have sewn it so far because I wanted it to kind of, I guess, have a little flap where the banner is, but I didn't really think that through, so I went ahead and just sewed like almost the entire vellum banner down. Here I'm just using some snap letters, and they're kind of an orangey mustardy color, and since I didn't ink those, I'm going to the stuff that I don't ink, I'm going to go back through and with a pen and just outline it just so that it stands out. Obviously you guys see the title, it says Daddy's Girl from Day One, and on my page I'm just writing about how my dad used to take my sister and I to the mall every Saturday, And we hoped and wished that, this sounds bad, that my mom wouldn't come with us because she worked on Saturdays, so sometimes she would come home early. And when we went with him, he just let us play games and kind of get away with things that maybe she wouldn't normally let us get away with, like buying all kinds of stuff and getting all these tickets and just having a good time. I also wrote about how he used to take us to the grocery store and we would just throw stuff in the basket, and it was like we would come home with all this junk food and my mom would be questioning like, what in the world, like why was he letting us do that? So I wrote about that, and if I want to add anything, of course I can remove that little ticket right there that I just put down and pull the journaling card out. So you'll see I'll add like this ticket, and then I'll add a couple more things that kind of represent what I'm talking about when I'm saying we would play games and we'd get tickets and buy things with the tickets. But so it kind of goes along with the page, I guess. I've added a banner here, and this those stickers, some of these stickers that I'm adding came also with the Heyday collection, the paper collection, and the heart that I just added is a Heidi Swap heart. And then these are October Afternoon stickers, I believe. Yes, they are. They're like journaling stickers. And this is my mind's eye, and it says ticket to my heart, which is perfect for this layout. And then of course I added a little ephemera ticket up there in the top left corner. Okay, so this is where I kind of mess up a little bit. I decided that I like the wood veneer better than I like the butterfly that I adhered. So I try to pull up the butterfly, and of course you'll see what happens. I pull up the paper. So this is where I just go through and fix my mistakes, figure out that butterfly was way too big, by the way, the one that I just tried to put down, and I decide, look, I'll just go ahead and cover that up with the wood veneer and I won't even use the other one. And so I do go ahead and adhere those down the way that they are, kind of the way they are now. And I liked it better that way, so it wasn't crowding the other cluster on the left side. So that's how I leave those, and then I'm just kind of looking for a few extra things to add. Surprisingly, I have a lot of like pinks and, you know, like bright colors, but I don't have a ton of stuff that matches this type of like layout, so I was really surprised to find the stuff that I did. I do go through this Dear Lizzie Fifth and Frolic sticker book, but I don't know that I find a whole lot. I do find those triangles, and I go ahead and adhere those down, and then a couple of flowers, and I think that that's all I use from there. And then I'll pull the Snap collection out, and I do love that bubble. I think that brought those pictures together for sure, and I thought it went well with the layout as well. And then of course I'm going to go back through and outline the stuff that I did not ink up. And I'm just taking a memento marker and just filling in some splotchy lines, and then I think I'll add a couple more things, like a banner there, and then some faux washi, I believe. Yes, I'll pull that out in just a second. That's just gray polka dot washi from the Snap collection, and this set of stuff, of that Snap stuff, was really cheap. I mean, I think it was like $4.99, and you get all those stickers, so I think it was a great deal. And here's where I'll finish the layout, and I'll show you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a good week, and I hope you guys enjoyed the layout. Thank you guys again.